welcome back to multi-channel YouTube. In this video we're gonna be fixing freezer is not starting and the compressor is not starting. So as you see, even the light, the green light, is not on, and no sound, nothing. So this could be several reasons, but if you watch the entire video you will know exactly what was wrong, and so we're gonna be troubleshooting completely to find out what's wrong and why the freezer is not starting. I already took the panel out, 6 screws only, and here are the main compressor. It's the only compressor. So I just unplugged the power, AC power, out, and to check to see if something wrong. First of all, I'm gonna check the external thermostat to make sure it's nothing wrong with it, because that's the easy first step to do. And I'm just pulling the both wires, the power wires, all out, and other way you can check the thermostat by just using regular multimeter, but I'm kind of lazy to do it now. Have a kind of better other way to do it, just pulling the both wires out and connect them directly together, and that way I'm deleting the outside thermostat and just having the power directly goes to the compressor. This freezer is about maybe 10 years old, and those wires and connectors are really hard to pull, and some of them also have lock, a tiny little bit pin. It's a kind of a lock, and also they stuck for some reason, really hard to. You'll see I'll have a really hard time to pull one of them out, and then I have to cut it. But so this is just a regular wire, and just to give a quick test to make sure the thermostat is working or not. Now I'm just putting the power on and plug the power on. And it's not the outside external thermostat, it's working really good. There's nothing wrong with that. So I will be checking the the power, the other thermostat, and the compressor protector inside the cover. This cover is easy to remove. Yeah, you just need to pull the outside out first, and then just like that comes out easy. It's very important to make sure the power in plugged, and just to avoid any electrical shock or anything. So that's just the plastic cover, protector cover, and it's pretty simple. There are 3 wires going to the compressor and 2 going to the protector. So that's the internal thermostat, and it has 2 connectors only. And because you see there are 3 wires, so 2 it's already connected together by just one piece of metal, and the other one goes directly to the main power. Those connectors, for some reason, it's very hard to pull out. There is a kind of a tiny small pin. It's a kind of a lock, and I'm kind of lazy to use a small tiny screwdriver to kind of push the tiny lock out, so I can easily remove the connector. But I get it out finally. You can see this wire, it's already cut. I tried to pull it, but it's being cut, and I'll be using different new connector. So 3 connections only for this thermostat, and when I'm shaking it, you will hear I'm hearing the kind of a noisy, and it's like something broken inside. And you will see in the video I'll be opening the thermostat, disassemble it completely to see what's inside and was broken inside. And that's the compressor protector. So here I'm trying to put a new connector to the wire I tried to pull and was cut. Good thing I have some of those ones actually, but in case if you don't have one, you can use solder and iron, solder it down or something. But of course this is much better and much safer too. And it's so easy to do, just looks really good. Make sure it's really tight, and just double check to make sure it's not loosed, and it looks really good. So 3, just by clamping 3 each by like side by side, and that makes it really strong. So basically the gray and the white are together, it's connected together in one side, and the red wire, which is the other single connector from the other side. So I'm trying to open this internal thermostat and find out what was inside, because when I shake it, I hear clicking and noising and stuff like that. and it's so easy to disassemble. Actually, just those holder, you just need to kind of pull them, release them a little bit and push out, and you can see something already just fall down, and that piece, other pieces are broken. So that's why the freezer wasn't working, because this is what caused the problem. It's completely broken, and so yeah, those one can be broke, maybe overheat, something like that, or bad quality could be, or something. I'm not too sure, but they kind of break sometimes, or sometimes even they don't work. When you shake them, you don't hear nothing, but they don't work for some reason, and so that's what mostly cause when freezer or refrigerator stopped working. And of course, other reason, if the compressor itself kind of breaks down. If that's the case, then you need to replace the compressor. But usually compressor, they don't break down easily. They last really long time, so many years. So here I'm trying to do like, this is kind of, I'm not recommended anyone can do this, but this is just to tell me if the compressor works, because I'm not sure if the compressor something wrong with it. Besides this, I'm sure this is completely broken, but what I'm doing here, I'm adding connect like both together, and it's kind of risky, so I'm not recommending anyone doing this, but I already had test before and it was nothing goes wrong, but so the power goes directly, the AC power directly goes to the compressor. So I'm basically using both wires and connecting everything together to the except the like the the other negative is completely separate. So I'm basically giving two wires which are both positives directly to the compressor, and leaving the other connect wire, which is the negative, that goes to the protector. And it seems like it works. The compressor just started and then it shuts off after a few seconds, so that means the compressor is working. What I'm doing here is basically giving a direct AC all the way to the compressor. It's kind of a jump start or something, and that way it tells me the compressor still works. So this interior thermostat is completely garbage, and what I'm trying, that's the protector, and also what I'm doing here, a good thing I found an old compressor in the basement, and so I took the thermostat and the protector out from the old compressor. I'm trying to put them in this freezer compressor to see if that can solve the problem. and of course every protector has a different reading for the ohm reading. And that's what I was talking about, the lock on those connectors. Very small tiny pin, and so it's kind of the best way is like when if you're trying to pull those out and they kind of really stuck, what you need to do is just push on the tiny hole, which is, yeah, just trying to push it kind of a little hard, and then it should comes out easy, just like that. Otherwise, if you're trying to pull, no matter how, I mean, they get really stuck, very very hard stuck. So sometimes they come out easy, sometimes not. But those connectors have really good lock system, like a lock pin on them, and that's why you can see here when I put it in, now trying to take it out and stuck again. So yeah, just push that little tiny pin out, and then it comes out easy. Basically, like that black rubber protection, you need just to kind of push it away a little bit, so you can have an access to that small pin. That's the wire with the thermostat and with the compressor protector. I took it out from the old compressor. You can see they are different. The old thermostat has 2 holes, and that one has 3 holes. So you'll see how I'm gonna be doing it. Those are to the old compressor protector and the new one. So I'll use the new one. I'm sure the old one should be okay, but because the thermostat I took out from the old one, it's kind of different connection system. Everything is connected together, so I'm just gonna leave it as is, and that way save me time by cutting wires and installing new wires and so on. And I have to remove the old the compressor protector from the freezer, because that one has already one installed already. And of course the main reason is the 3 holes. The compressor protector, the old one, has already wire hooked up on the top of the 3 pin, and the one I just took from the old compressor has already 3 holes built in. So I have to remove the old protector, and that way, so I can hook the 3 holes sits kind of in the right where it's supposed to be. Sorry, I'm trying to explain as much as I can, but my English may be not helping me. And by the way, maybe most of my videos I kind of record them, and then I record my voice after, because we kind of a big family, so there's a lot of noise in the house, and it's always very convenient to turn the voice the sound off, and then I record my own voice after. So here, as you see, I'm just doing quick test here before I so I'm not kind of like putting all the wire all the way in. just kind of make them loose a little bit, and because they are so tight, so when you push it in, it's really hard to get it out. You need a flat screwdriver to remove it slowly. Here I'm testing the old the one I just took out from the freezer, the protector, and it's reading I'm not sure about those readings, like I don't know what they're supposed to read or so, but I can tell they both work. However, very important notice, please, when you replace different reading ohm, a different reading for like ohm for any kind of devices like thermostat or protector, it's very important. You need to, because different reading, it has a different timing also. So that means the motor, the compressor maybe will shut off after a long time or short time or so. This is manufacturer made. Every thermostat has a kind of a timing so it gives you right timing for the compressor when it starts and when it stops, and that way you have just the right temperature you can control. You still have the outside thermostat you can control, but that's also not gonna help you much by changing different different reading, not the right reading. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm just changing, putting different thermostat has also different reading, and I'm putting different protector has also different reading as well. So that means the timing for the freezer will be different. Then I have to watch the freezer when it starts, when it stops too, and maybe controlling the outside thermostat by reducing or maybe increasing. So that's very important to know. It's always the best, always better to get the same devices, same same protector reading, same thermostat. But for me, I don't have the same ones. I can order them maybe. I'm just what I'm doing here, it's for demonstration, and I checked it again and again, and everything works really fine. All I had to do, reduce the external thermostat, reducing it low, so the freezer can starts when it's supposed to be starts and can stop when it's supposed to be to stop. So here what I'm doing, putting everything back together, and I'm adding electrical tape for extra protection. The thermostat with the protector I just put on, they are quite bigger than the old ones, so this cover is not gonna fit correctly, but it should do the job. And as you see, but yeah, and make sure all the connectors, just you push them hard until sit in the right place. Make sure they're not loose, and everything, check everything just before put everything back. As you see, left a little bit gap, but that should be okay. And so yeah, and putting the clamp back on, and and you will hear also the noise when the compressor starts to. So I hope this video will be helpful to you guys, and please don't forget to, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate your support to our channel. Thank you so much.